Most people believe the price tag is the true cost of owning something, but that assumption couldn't be further from reality. Every item you bring into your home continues costing you long after you've paid for it. The purchase itself is only the first expense in a much longer financial journey. What follows are countless hidden costs that quietly drain your money, your time, and your attention. These invisible expenses rarely appear on a receipt, yet they have a tremendous impact on your financial well-being. Once you understand this principle, you'll never look at shopping the same way again. Every purchase becomes a long-term commitment rather than a simple transaction. Think about all the possessions sitting around your house right now that you barely use anymore. An exercise machine collecting dust, kitchen appliances hidden in cabinets, or clothes that haven't left the closet in years, all continue demanding resources from you. They occupy valuable living space, require occasional cleaning, and often need maintenance even when they're not being used. More importantly, they consume mental energy every time you see them or remember they exist. Researchers have even found that excessive visual clutter increases stress and reduces your ability to focus. Your belongings don't simply fill your home, they also occupy space inside your mind. The more unnecessary things you own, the heavier that invisible burden becomes. Minimalists understand that every dollar tied up in unnecessary possessions is a dollar that cannot be invested in a better future. Instead of chasing every exciting new product, they calculate the true lifetime cost before making a purchase. They ask themselves whether an item will genuinely improve their lives or simply become another financial obligation. This mindset isn't about living without comfort or refusing to enjoy quality products. It's about spending intentionally instead of emotionally and choosing financial freedom over temporary satisfaction. By recognizing the hidden costs of ownership, minimalists naturally spend less while building greater security over time. Their goal isn't to own fewer things for the sake of minimalism, but to own only what truly adds lasting value to their lives. One of the simplest habits that can completely transform your financial decisions is calculating the cost per use before making a purchase. Instead of focusing on whether something seems expensive or cheap, ask yourself how often you'll realistically use it. Divide the total cost by the number of times you expect to use it over its lifetime. This small calculation instantly removes emotion from the buying process and replaces it with logic. It helps you distinguish between purchases that create lasting value and those driven by impulse or temporary excitement. Many items that appear affordable suddenly become incredibly expensive when viewed through this lens. Likewise, certain high-quality purchases prove to be exceptional investments over time. Imagine buying a $400 jacket that you wear almost every day for several years. Compared to a trendy $120 jacket worn only a handful of times before sitting forgotten in your closet, the more expensive option actually delivers far greater value. The same principle applies to mattresses, work shoes, kitchen essentials, and even quality furniture. Products that support your daily life often provide an excellent return because they improve your comfort, productivity, or health every single day. On the other hand, novelty gadgets, fashionable accessories, and impulse purchases usually have a surprisingly high cost per use. Once the initial excitement fades, they become just another object taking up valuable space. Looking beyond the sticker price allows you to spend smarter rather than simply spending less. Minimalists rely on this principle because it keeps them focused on usefulness instead of appearance. They understand that real value comes from consistent use, not from owning more things. Before purchasing anything, they pause long enough to ask whether the item will become part of their daily lives or simply another forgotten possession. This habit dramatically reduces unnecessary spending while encouraging investments in products that genuinely improve everyday living. Over time, every thoughtful purchase contributes to greater financial stability because fewer dollars are wasted on short-lived desires. The result isn't a life without enjoyment, but a life filled with possessions that earn their place through regular use. Every purchase becomes intentional, practical, and aligned with long-term financial freedom rather than momentary satisfaction. One of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself has nothing to do with buying something new. It has everything to do with what you already own. Walk through your home and look at each possession with fresh eyes. Then ask a simple question: if this item disappeared today, would I spend money to replace it? Be completely honest with your answer because this question reveals far more than you might expect. Many of the things we keep are not there because we value them, but because we never made the decision to let them go. They remain in our homes through habit, guilt, or simple neglect. The replacement test cuts through those emotions and exposes what truly deserves a place in your life. You may discover kitchen gadgets you haven't touched in years, clothes that no longer fit your style, books you'll never read again, or hobby equipment from interests you abandoned long ago. These possessions aren't adding value to your daily life, yet they continue costing you space, attention, and time. Every unnecessary object makes cleaning more difficult, organizing more complicated, and finding what you actually need more frustrating. Instead of supporting your lifestyle, these forgotten items slowly create stress without you even noticing it. The more clutter accumulates, the more overwhelming your environment becomes. Removing these items isn't about creating an empty house. It's about creating a home that supports your current life rather than preserving your past. Minimalists regularly apply the replacement test because it helps them maintain intentional ownership instead of unconscious accumulation. Items that still provide genuine value remain, while those that no longer serve a purpose are sold, donated, or responsibly discarded. This process often feels uncomfortable at first because people naturally become emotionally attached to their belongings. However, once the unnecessary clutter disappears, most people experience an immediate sense of relief and clarity. Rooms feel larger, daily routines become simpler, and maintaining the home requires far less effort. More importantly, every item that remains has a clear purpose, making the entire living space more peaceful and functional. By owning only what you would willingly replace, you create an environment that supports both your financial goals and your peace of mind. One of the biggest financial traps in modern life is the constant pressure to upgrade perfectly functional possessions. Every year, companies introduce new phones, televisions, laptops, cars, and countless other products designed to make last year's version feel outdated. The truth is that most people don't replace these items because they no longer work. They replace them because something newer exists. Marketing convinces us that newer automatically means better, even when the improvement is barely noticeable. This endless cycle creates the illusion of progress while quietly destroying long-term wealth. The excitement of owning the latest version fades quickly, but the financial impact remains for years. Learning to resist unnecessary upgrades is one of the fastest ways to build lasting financial security. Ask yourself whether your current item is actually failing to perform its purpose or whether you're simply feeling bored with it. A smartphone that still makes calls, runs your favorite apps, and takes good photos hasn't suddenly become useless because a newer model has a slightly better camera. The same applies to cars that run reliably, furniture that's still comfortable, or appliances that continue doing their jobs every day. Replacing functional items simply to experience something new creates an expensive habit that becomes difficult to break. Over the course of decades, these unnecessary upgrades can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Money that could have been invested, saved, or used to create meaningful experiences instead disappears into products offering only minor improvements. The true cost of upgrading isn't just the purchase itself, it's everything that money could have become in the future. Minimalists follow a simple rule: replace things only when they genuinely stop serving their purpose. They don't confuse boredom with necessity or marketing with reality. Instead of chasing every new release, they focus on maximizing the value of what they already own. This mindset creates gratitude for useful possessions while eliminating the endless desire for constant replacement. As a result, they spend significantly less over their lifetime without sacrificing comfort or convenience. Their homes remain filled with reliable, functional items rather than collections of recently upgraded products. By appreciating usefulness over novelty, they preserve both their financial resources and their peace of mind, allowing their money to work toward freedom instead of endless consumption. Most people believe financial success depends on having stronger willpower, but the truth is that your environment influences your decisions far more than your motivation does. If spending money is fast, convenient, and always within reach, you'll naturally spend more. On the other hand, if saving happens automatically while spending requires extra effort, you'll build wealth almost without thinking about it. Human behavior consistently follows the path of least resistance. This is why small changes to your financial system can produce life-changing results over time. Instead of relying on discipline every single day, successful minimalists create systems that make good financial choices the default option. They understand that smart habits are easier to maintain than constant self-control. One practical strategy is removing saved credit card information from online stores so every purchase requires additional effort. Deleting shopping apps from your phone, unsubscribing from promotional emails, and waiting at least 24 hours before buying anything non-essential can dramatically reduce impulse spending. Most purchasing desires fade once the emotional excitement disappears, proving that many must-have items were never necessary in the first place. At the same time, make saving as effortless as possible by scheduling automatic transfers to your investment or savings account every payday. Treat those transfers like any other monthly bill that must be paid. When the money moves before you even see it, you quickly adapt to living on the remaining income. This simple adjustment removes temptation while steadily increasing your financial security. Minimalists don't depend on perfect self-discipline because they know emotions can influence anyone's decisions. Instead, they build systems that protect them from making costly mistakes during moments of stress, boredom, or excitement. Every barrier added to unnecessary spending creates another opportunity to pause and think before acting. Likewise, every automated saving habit strengthens long-term financial stability without requiring daily effort. Over the years, these small systems produce extraordinary results because consistency always beats occasional bursts of motivation. Financial freedom is rarely built through dramatic changes. It grows through simple habits repeated over and over again. By making saving effortless and spending intentional, you allow your money to work quietly in the background while you focus on living a more meaningful and financially secure life. Minimalism is not about sacrificing comfort, living with empty rooms, or denying yourself the things you enjoy. At its core, it's about making intentional choices that align with your values instead of your impulses. Every dollar you choose not to waste on unnecessary possessions becomes a dollar that can strengthen your future, reduce financial stress, and create opportunities that material things never could. Wealth isn't built through a few big decisions alone. It's built through hundreds of small, thoughtful choices made consistently over time. The less money you spend trying to impress others, the more freedom you create for yourself. True financial confidence begins the moment you stop letting your possessions define your success. The 5 principles we've explored are simple, but their impact grows with every passing year. Understanding the hidden cost of ownership, calculating cost per use, applying the replacement test, resisting unnecessary upgrades, and designing systems that make saving easier than spending are habits that quietly transform your financial life. None of these strategies require earning a 6-figure income or making dramatic lifestyle changes overnight. They simply require awareness, patience, and the willingness to question the habits that keep so many people trapped in endless consumption. Small improvements made consistently will always outperform occasional moments of motivation. The greatest financial advantage belongs to those who think long-term instead of chasing short-term satisfaction. As you finish watching this video, challenge yourself to take just one action today. Walk through your home, question one unnecessary purchase, remove one item you no longer need, or automate one savings habit that will benefit your future. Remember that financial freedom isn't reserved for the highest earners. It's available to anyone who spends with purpose and lives below their means. Every intentional decision moves you one step closer to a life with less stress, greater security, and more freedom to choose how you spend your time. If you found these minimalist money rules valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to build wealth without chasing more stuff. Your future self will thank you for every smart decision you begin making today.